Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 144 of Hype and Then Some. We are back in the building once again. Introductions. It is Kesi, aka Case, Boogie in the Cut. What it do?
Mr. Tariba Shamati for damn well nasty.
And it's Mr. MBT, the one and only. Look at me. Why did I say the one and only? It wasn't even it. Who did that? When you start again.
Why?
Because it isn't the one and only.
Why isn't it one and only?
No, because I'm the world boss, not one and only.
I'm the one and only.
Oh, well, anyway, let's continue.
All right, straight into introductions. It's Kesi, aka Case, Boogie in the Cut. What it do?
Mr. Tariba Shamati for damn well nasty.
And it's Mr. MBT, the world boss.
Boy, right. Hello, everyone. Hi.
Hey.
Look, apologies for the delay, okay, last week, but we are back. We're giving you double for your money. 2 episodes in 2 weeks, okay?
Every single week we come with the latest news about music, fashion, and what's popping in the culture. Now, the first thing on the list is Lorenzo OG released an Air Max 95. Actually, released 2. He released 2 Air Max 95s, and what he did, he basically did a showcase of a lot of the trainers that he's obviously worked on. For anyone that doesn't know who Lorenzo is I can say kind of like a customizer that has his own dye colorway patent. Hey, patent. And he's collaborated with quite a few brands. He's collaborated with Salomon. He's collaborated with Artrix. He's collaborated with Nike now. And we're here for it. We didn't get to go. But there are a few people that we do know that were obviously there on the day that collected. There was a black Air Max 95 with the tie-dye colorway, and I believe there was a white one as well. The black one looked cold. But I think it's just great to see him now collaborating with Nike now. He also worked on, what's that shoe that Kesi hates, or now she likes, the
Sanders.
Yeah, he worked on that.
Not too much, because I never said I hate them in the first place.
You did.
All right, I just didn't like the white ones. They look medicinal.
You did.
Hey,
I don't know how else to explain it. You know.
Anyway, so what are you guys' thoughts on him as a person? Goodness sake, guys.
Like ring a ding ding, Tobi.
So yeah, what's your
line off?
I tried.
Go ahead.
What's your thoughts on him and what he's doing in general?
Lorenzo?
Yeah.
I think with Lorenzo, I just think it's cool that he's being recognized by the brands that he's worked closely on their stuff. Like, it's always one thing, especially as a customizer or even us like as podcasters, when you spend most of your time talking about one specific brand, and then that brand does more than just like repost your stuff. Like, they actually give you the work that you deserve for what you've already done. It's always a good look, so I rate it. I personally, I just don't think I subscribed. I'm not his target market. Maybe I am his target market, but I don't necessarily care to purchase his stuff. But I think it's sick what he's doing.
Yeah, I think someone that being able, I think in the time and season that we are in, you can actually do anything. You really can. I would never have thought someone that was good at doing tie-dye and now was able to now link it with trainers will now have the type of platform that he has at the moment. But I think at the end of the day, being able to tie-dye a lot of the stuff that he has worked on, for example, like the Artrix jacket, like, how do you even do that and get the ombre effect on every single trainer
and get it done well
Like, it's a real skill. So for me personally, I really like what he's done. It would have been nice to get probably like the Jordan 5s, but I would never wear them. I would never wear them. Probably the Artrix jacket. I could actually wear that. But man, shout out to him. Shout out to him.
Indeed.
The next thing on the list is Cortez. So we've said this before in our previous episodes, but we knew Cortez was going to release Air Hirachi trainer. Now, for any of you that have not seen what Air Hirachi trainer is, you missed a good time in this life.
It was a great time.
If you was born after the trainer came out, sorry, bruv, go and look at the archives. Because a lot of us were wearing this in the 2000s.
Mate, give it 5 years, it will be in JD.
Yeah, again.
It will be back.
Yeah, no, it will be back, but it would. But the thing is, it will be back. But would it ever be the same as when it came out the first time?
To answer your question, in a way that's not too rude, when we started collecting trainers, there were the dinosaurs that said, Jordan what, man? It's just not the same back in the 80s, man. When Jordan was hooping, that's the best pairs, man. Yeah, I just don't want to
join that gang.
No, do you know, it's not even joining that gang. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the trainer itself. I'm talking about the time and like the era that we were in.
Era.
It was grime, garage. Everyone was wearing the Air Hirachis. It linked closely.
It was tied into everything. Yeah.
That's what made it what it is.
All it takes is for Skepta to go and chuck it on now, and it'll be back again. If I'm honest,
but
I don't think it will be the same.
I hate the way it's just throwing it on. Like you're missing the impact of having things aligned in that specific way.
I feel like that. I don't.
Okay,
and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if it was the shoe that captivated us. I feel like it was just the exclusivity of Foot Locker and a bunch of shoes that were sold in places like that.
Maybe, but it's the fact that it all came together. Do you know what I mean? Okay. It was like you said, the Air Hirachi, grime is at its peak. People that we loved were wearing the trainer.
Fair.
It was just the time where people actually cared about trainers. Like, it all kind of came together as one. But I don't feel like we're far off that.
Like, okay, for example, like
I think the music piece is missing, maybe.
Yeah, the music one is a big piece, because if you think about it right now, from a trainer perspective, obviously, okay, I will speak about myself. I don't look at an artist right now and say, oh, he's wearing a pair of Air Max 95s. Ooh, I want that.
Yeah.
That doesn't work anymore. And the thing is, I see a lot of brands like Foot Asylum and all these brands where they are collaborating with a lot of artists and a lot of people that that essence, that childlike faith is not there no more.
I mean, you can look at the Timberland boot right now. The Timberland boot is an example of
that. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That Timberland boot phase that's going on right now. Every single person that's wearing that Timberland boot, you're lying to yourself.
Do you know what?
You're lying to yourself.
I don't think so.
You're lying to, and as I'm doing this, it's a whip. You're lying to yourself. Rubbish.
I have seen some people wear it very well.
I don't think there's anything wrong with them.
I don't think there's anything wrong with them.
I think if you take away the fact that they're Timberlands,
that's what I'm getting right now.
If you take away the fact that they're Timberlands, and like what you're imagining around Timberlands, it's just a brown boot.
It's a boot though, man.
I like it.
It's like,
if I still had my old pairs,
it's like
I could probably find it.
It's a construction site suit.
It's okay.
Lever.
With those Levi's that you bought,
hey, yeah,
swing it on and a shirt.
Look at you looking like Kanan in what's it called?
I'm gonna have to
show, yeah.
I'm gonna have to wear a leather varsity too, aren't I?
No, you're gonna wear an Averett.
Nobody asked you to do that. You see how you do? Nobody asked you to go there.
And then you're gonna wear those long chains here, but the pendant's like this small.
And then a singlet. No,
it's a key on the end of it. Side.
Yeah, but even with the Timberland boot phase, don't you just feel like they're just dressing like they're from New York? That's the vibe I'm getting.
It is purely New York.
It's just purely New York.
Yeah.
Baggy jeans.
Quintessentially New York.
Yeah. This is actually Harlem.
Whatever.
Niggas is dressing like Harlem.
Boy.
Anyway, what's next?
Next thing on the list is the AJ4 Bread Reimagined are coming out.
Sorry, did we even talk about the Cortez Hirachis?
We spoke about it briefly.
I feel like
I think we swayed over to, but that's how we feel. Anyway, next thing on the list is the AJ4's Bread Reimagined are coming out on February the 17th.
Yeah.
Now, speaking to someone that's a close affiliate of the podcast, Bugs, he was basically telling me, Michael, don't sleep on these shoes. Make sure you get the shoe and then make a decision after you got the shoe.
That's a guarantee.
I'm not gonna lie. Every single time I see this trainer, it keeps getting better.
shine your eyes. Actually,
It
no.
keeps getting better.
You know what? Don't shine your eyes. Nobody get the shoe. Don't look at the shoe. The shoe is not for you. The shoe, you said it's ugly. Keep it as ugly. I think it's ugly. Everyone around this table thinks it's ugly. Everyone in the world thinks it's ugly. So you shouldn't get the shoe.
Yep, let's
It's not a
see it.
Timberland
Let
boot.
it go and sell.
It's an ugly ass shoe, and we're not going to give our money to.
Let it go to the Nike factory
shops.
instead.
There's just shops that don't deserve it. But I'll be getting them myself.
Thank you for that. I actually genuinely do not like the trainer. Like, for real, I actually don't like
do you know what's
it.
so mad? Do
Hey!
you know what's so mad?
Give it some time.
When that trainer comes out, yeah, and wait, and you see me and Toby's foot in that trainer, and you're gonna be like, I like it.
When no one reaches out to you and say, "Yo, we want to gift you this shoe. I want you to turn it down."
Yeah, 100%.
I would never do that.
Why not?
I would never turn down a free gift because my mum told me, to be gracious.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's a
Shut your mouth, man.
stranger.
Let me
Shut your
guess.
mouth. That's a stranger.
You're not a stranger to me. Yeah. Thank you.
I want this shoe.
Yeah.
I don't like it, and I
want
don't see what people see in it.
Yeah,
Actually,
I look, as I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
I'm getting a size sensor
You know it's leather.
We spoke about this a couple of weeks
derby
ago.
shoe.
Don't you guys remember when we all said
And what
that
did I say?
we don't rock
That's
with
a lie.
Jordan? It's
Oh
mad.
no, I don't
recall.
specifically say you don't rock with
I
them.
don't rock with Jordans,
We said
but
that-
you as
Don't
well.
point at me. I don't know you.
Yeah. Peter.
I don't know you.
Peter.
I
Ah.
don't know you.
And the guy is crying.
I don't know you.
Yo, I need
That's
this
fine.
shoe. I need this shoe.
It's very interesting. Me personally, my genuine opinion is that I think that the shoe looks really block brick like, and I feel like what makes the bread look as nice as it does is the nubuck. I feel like the nubuck is what makes the shoe.
Yeah, you're gonna butt
And
this
that
shoe when it
leather.
comes out. You'll see.
And it's not even like this sort of leather. It's buttery.
So in a few
Make
weeks you will
one
see.
step now.
In a few
Like
weeks.
this
no,
security
it's
manager.
already creased. It's already creased
Yikes.
already. It's not smooth.
But that's what I'm saying. It's about time. Take us an ideas, please.
Right now.
Do you know what?
Do you have any chewing gum in there? That's what you look like.
I'm going to make a decision once the shoe is in my possession.
Yes,
Next
yes,
episode,
you definitely
you will
should.
see a triple threat table trainer tables. I want to see what Casey says.
Yeah,
down.
100% leave
Will it be? Will it be out by that time?
Yeah,
it comes out the 17th.
But no, but it would have been.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
it will.
yeah. All right, we'll be back.
Better. You'll see. Anyway, next thing on the list is Adidas.
What they do now?
What they do?
Those. You know what? Let me not even go there because sometimes my mouth. So Adidas decided not to write off the remaining Yeezy inventory. You
Shock
guys
horror.
are the biggest flip floppers I've ever seen in my
Like
life.
this, like
Shock
this,
horror.
and a pancake.
Ever. First, it was going to charity. Then, we're not doing that no more. They've had enough money right now. We need to make our bread back. No, you don't say. You don't say. So the person that you guys basically kicked out of your organization, you said you're not going to sell the trainers. Then you said we're going to sell the trainers and give it to charity. And now you're saying you're not going to throw them away anymore.
We're
going to
sell
make our
them at
profit.
cost. No, at cost.
At cost.
At cost, that's
And they
fine.
won't.
Let me tell you something right now. You guys are going to change your statement again. This was the worst PR I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, dear.
Adidas, I hope your stock price goes to hell.
Shall I tell you what's wild, yeah?
Go ahead.
Because how are they going to sell it at cost? Because it's going to go to the storefront shops.
And it's going to go in Adidas factory in Ashford.
It probably won't go to Adidas factory, if I'm honest. We'll go on their website. But I'm not going to see £10 on their website
No,
for
of course
a pair
not.
of Yeezys.
Of course not.
Because we know their cost price is tenner. We know
And if they reveal their cost price, that's
They're
not
pissed.
even good business anyway.
They
won't do that.
The storefront shop's not going to put it at £10. No, a specific shop that definitely won't put it at £10 for sure. So it's one of those ones where it's like, who are you lying to? And pay Kanye his reparations after all of this, and at the same time submit an apology to everyone which you have lied to from the beginning, because you really did a press conference and told your shareholders that you're not going to make money from this. Your shareholders said that they're going to leave your ass, and then you traveled back. Then you released some, said said you're making a deal with Kanye. Then you double backed on that, and now you're gonna release it at cost.
Adidas, yeah, they've shown their arse.
I was going to say they moved very slimy in this one.
Yeah.
They really moved slimy in this one.
That rebrand's gonna be crazy.
I don't even know what that would look like.
It's not even going to be called Adidas. It's going to be did this.
Do that.
All right, so the next thing on the list is Kanye confirms for the 5th time in a row when Vultures, the album, will be coming out. It will be coming out February the 9th. So hopefully next week we should see the album peak its head. If not, we're probably not going to see the album until October.
One part of the album. The album's been split into 3, remember?
Oh, for God's sake, man. Come
It's been split into 3.
on.
And they spread it over a few months.
So now they're not even albums, they're EPs.
Yeah, maybe.
Nah, it's a full album. I just looked at the track list.
So how many songs are on it?
13.
On each one?
Well, 13 on volume 1.
Yeah, so there's 3 volumes. So volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. I think volume 2 is supposed to come out in March.
March the 8th.
And then volume 3 is
April the 5th.
April.
Yeah. Come on, brother. Come on,
It's a lot of
man.
music, I can't lie, and I'm not sure how much stuff Ty Dolla $ign I can handle on a track. So Kanye, you better hope there's some bangers on this thing. Because my days.
I think this could be what can nail the coffin, you know.
You think?
Yeah, this is the one
Nail
that
the
could put a nail in the coffin, I'm telling you. This one could be the one. Don't let me throw this mic at your face.
You said you want to nail that coffee.
I did, and I said put a nail in the coffin.
In the coffee, no, the coffee.
In the coffee?
I don't know. You
I
trying to
don't
kill
know.
someone with coffee?
No, you're the one that wanted the box.
You wanted to get plugged.
Anyway.
It's yours.
Where's the pause?
You gotta own
Where's
it.
the pause? When I was saying it to you guys, can we even say pause? Because even when I say pause, you then deny it. So what do you want me to do? Now I can't say stuff. Rubbish.
Man's
Rubbish. What's the point of pause?
Pause patrol.
What is the point of pause? Pause is to stop what is going on. It's for you to pause and acknowledge that you said the wrong thing. And now you're telling me when I noticed I said the wrong thing, you've now denied me of my pause. Are you kidding me right now?
Toby is butthurt because he said he wants to be plugged. Yeah, that's why.
That's disgusting.
Now he's on pause.
Anyway.
You see how I said butthurt?
Butthurt.
That's the Backstreet Boys one that the sample didn't clear for, so I don't know what that's doing there, but fine.
Well, who's
Everybody
maybe
featuring Charlie Wilson. Then we got Back to Me with Freddie Gibbs and Quavo.
Oh gosh.
We got
don't
Fuck
fuck
Some
Freddie Gibbs.
with Playboy Carti and Quavo. Time Moving Slow. Beg Forgiveness with Chris Brown. He's always apologizing for something. Do It with YG. Paid with Future. Timbo Freestyle.
Timbo.
Produce.
Timberland.
Come on, man.
You know what the streets are asking for.
Come on, it's a Kanye West album.
We know what the streets want.
Kanye West, you thought you'd hear
Kanye West and
Do you know
Are you
how
kidding
mad
me,
that
bro?
would be? Do you actually know how nuts
Are you
that would
kidding
be?
me?
So I said Timbo Freestyle, and you guys both say
I'm sorry, but if
you think that they gathered Timbo from
as a
Stockwell or
person
wherever?
from London, if I hear Timbo freestyle, I'm sorry, I'm not thinking about Timberland.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because he's a producer, number
Are you
one.
kidding me?
Timbo freestyle is quintessentially UK.
So if you weren't even looking at this and I said I just heard a Timbo song, what would you say?
Timbo freestyle.
Answer the question first.
Of course, I would assume Timbo the rapper.
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
But if I said it's a Kanye West album and it's a Timbo freestyle, I'm reading out the track list for Kanye West's album.
And
they brought Timbo.
Now
from
let me ask you one question. Whose album is it?
Kanye West.
So you cannot put
Exactamundo.
nothing past that guy.
God.
Kanye West is the guy that's just brought a £170 sock with rubber at the bottom. This guy could do anything he wants.
Bottega. Who did it first? Him or Bottega?
No, he did it first, and Bottega did it in red.
There we go.
All right,
Rubbish.
okay. Anyway, with the track list, it's not Timbo from London,
Damn.
okay?
Sorry,
Unfortunately,
Timbo. Tap it, man,
it's
tap it.
Timbaland. We got Slide with James Blake, Promotion with Future, Vultures with Bump J and Lil Durk. Lots of writers on that.
What the heck is Lil
Bumpy
Durk
J.
doing?
Bump J.
Bump J. Oh shit.
I'm not gonna lie.
Bump J.
I think we said this before, yeah. I really do not know how Lil Durk is still getting acknowledged on people's albums.
I ain't gonna
he's
say
on
nothing,
two
I can't
songs.
lie.
He's on two songs.
He's on two songs. The next one we got Love, Love, Love We got one called Talking with Northwest. It's your bestie, Miss Westy.
Perfect.
Hood Rat, River featuring Young Thug, Free 'Em Up, and Leon Bridges. Gun to My Head featuring Kid Cudi. Take Off Your Dress, and Dead featuring Future and Lil Durk.
Damn.
Lil Durk again.
That's what I'm saying. That's his number 2.
Wow.
The Kodak song is gone. The thing is, yeah, I want to ask a
It's
question.
probably on the second one or third, maybe the 5th.
Are we okay with listening to Kanye still?
No, the question you need
It's
to
kind
ask.
of not alright, is it?
Why is
Really?
not?
Come on, he's really, really not doing good things.
When are we gonna just turn around and say the music is the music and let it be the music?
Is that what they were saying back in the 90s with R. Kelly as well?
We ain't gonna bring
That's
up R.
exactly
Kelly.
what they were saying in the 90s. With R.
Exactly.
Kelly.
I'm sorry, I ain't gonna be. I'm gonna be very real with you. We are not gonna compare what R. Kelly has done to what anything that Kanye has
true.
done.
Obviously, what R. Kelly has done is
That's actually a red
What
card.
times
specific-
more egregious.
what's a
Yeah?
specific criminal
But
act?
Kanye West has been. It's not about criminality.
It's criminality.
All right? Put your gavel away,
I'll put it
Toby.
down.
Okay. it's about Kanye being problematic. Obviously, the anti-Semitism stuff is its own situation. Yeah, that's already error number 1. But on top of all of the stuff that he did, on top of that, like, the album cover is designed off of a very well-known Nazi group or musician or whatever the
serious?
case may be. Yeah, like, he's done a lot of stuff to really, like,
Do you know
poke the
what?
bear. It's kind of not okay.
But yes, he is doing a lot to poke the bear. But then
That's
at
wild.
the
I
same,
can't lie. I did not know that.
and I didn't know that as
I
well.
did not
But the
know
thing
that
is
at
about
all.
Kanye West here, because I'm on thin ice at the moment.
Right.
The thing is about Kanye West. Kanye West is he's trying to make a lot of noise because he's very unhappy with the way things are. Hence why he's making that much noise. Now, there's two sides to this where I feel like, is it that there is a lot of stuff that Kanye is saying that is wrong. The media has acknowledged that this guy has issues. Yeah,
Everyone has.
yeah, but this one's Toby. This is a chip on. This is
Yeah.
not even a chip. This is a boulder. You know
Okay.
who's that ancient thing that has the boulder on his back and he's holding the world?
Sorry, is that Zeus?
No, that's not
The
Zeus.
sculpture.
It's the
I don't
sculpture.
know.
He's got
know who
oh,
he
no,
is.
it's back.
Let me
That is
Google it.
Kanye
He's
West
got the
right
world
now.
on his
Continue.
shoulder
like this.
No, because basically based on Greek mythology, I think someone sentenced him to holding that on his back for the rest of his life. I don't know what it is. But
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Atlas.
yeah.
Of course, because it's the globe.
yeah. He was sentenced to holding that for the rest of his life.
He supposedly holds the heavens on his shoulders.
Well,
Damn, man.
that's
Better get out of here.
I don't
Not
know
my
about
God's
that.
heaven.
But
Can
yeah,
I just say,
not my
sorry,
God's
I was
heaven.
reading into what I was saying just to confirm the whole painting thing. Basically, the Vultures album cover mimics the art of an artist who was Adolf Hitler's favorite artist, and that artist was used to depict Nazism? I don't know. The ideology of Nazis from the 1930s to the 1940s, and that was the painting that Kanye West used for the cover. It's kind of not all right, man.
It's not.
It kind of can't fly.
It's not all right. It's not all right. I do not know what's going on in Kanye's head. I don't think any of us know what's
He's
going
poking
on
the
with
bear.
Kanye West.
That's what he did. He pokes the
But
bear.
like, that's mad.
It's-
That's not even
childish.
poking. That's
It's
not
very
even poking the
silly.
bear. He's shooting the bear.
Yeah, like,
And
very
the bear's wearing wearing a gun vest.
It's very silly, but we will be reviewing the album.
Anyway,
I don't know.
Next thing
I'm
on
sorry,
the list.
before we move on, did you guys see the reaction to him coming out at Travis Scott's concert?
I watched the clip, but not
What
fully. Nuts.
People don't care.
Nuts.
They don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
Kanye, someone actually said that they now understand why Kanye West thinks he's a god. No case.
Yeah, because people treat him that way for
like
sure.
the reaction that you got
They were
coming out,
screaming.
Yeah,
oh
it was
my
mad.
gosh, it was as if like this is Kanye coming out from my
Beautiful dark twisted fantasy.
twisted fantasy.
I think
It was crazy.
Like I said, I think there's two sides to this year. I think a lot of the people that are watching what's going on at the moment, yeah, they've got something to say about Kanye West, which is obviously him poking the bear and him being the person that he is. But at the same time, they love him for who he is. Like, both can coexist. Is it right? No. But both can coexist. These are the same people that are going to flip-flop when he releases this album. Yeah, man, Kanye West bangers on there. Yeah.
Fair.
That's
I'm
exactly.
one of them. I'm a big flip flopper when it comes to Kanye. I can't lie. I'm a big flip flopper. I'm just a fan of. I don't know. What's all the something good that
You have to acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge it.
The thing is, Kanye is such a genius. It really hurts my heart. It hurts my heart, man. It hurts my heart. But then there are just certain things like, you know, when he wasn't doing well and like the MAGA time, it was like you're not well. Like you're coming across as someone who's unwell and isn't necessarily in their right state of mind.
Coming across.
Yes. Of course, I can never say for sure. Yeah, but he's already been diagnosed with bipolar.
Who said that? Did you see the doctor's description? Did he say it from his mouth?
Yes,
he said it himself.
He was diagnosed with bipolar, and that was like around the time of like 2016.
Yeah.
It's not recently. Like he's been diagnosed, so it was like you weren't doing okay. Yeah, there were times where you went out there and you said you were a Nazi, and it's like, at what point do we say, okay, hold on now, this is getting a little bit nuts? And I feel like I am now in the realm of it's getting a little bit nuts. It's not okay. Actually,
it's gotten.
It's gotten nuts. And if I open my mouth and say I can't wait for the next Kanye album, I kind of feel like I'm part of the problem.
But it's a Ty Dolla $ign album as well.
Can I ask you guys a question? Let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
When you get to the point that Kanye West is at, where your whole life is based on creativity. Yes, that's true. None of us will. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say, his level of creativity and creative genius is at such a high level that
the next step is madness.
It's not even, well, yes. But the thing is that like you have to take in a lot.
He's Van Gogh himself.
Well, Van Gogh, that's how. That's a very good example, because when we were saying all this is the example that came into my head, where you're such a genius to the point where, like, your mind is like open. You ate the apple.
Yeah.
You ate the apple.
Questionable statement.
What?
Is Van Gogh really a genius?
He was depressed.
Was he really a genius?
Van Gogh was depressed.
Was his paintings really as amazing as what keeps saying it is?
I think that it's subjective. No, it's in the eye of the beholder. When it comes to art,
for sure. But some of the beholders are blind.
No. Because it's like someone creating something and you don't like it, but someone else likes it. It's all based on your own perspective.
100%.
So you can't really say that then.
Well,
it's just something that you don't like.
I don't like it. It's just that I have seen paintings which I feel like are dramatically better.
But that's the thing.
And it's like
that's
historical artifact,
but that is part of the painting as well. Is the history? It's like what
am I supposed to do? That someone was born 100 years before I was?
But the thing is,
for now, I don't have talent more than this person.
This is the thing about art. This is the thing about art. Yes, there's artists right now, that are doing a whole bunch of banging stuff. But then there's artists like Van Gogh and Basquiat and all these type of people where their history and what they've done contributes to why the art is so impactful. Someone like Basquiat, he was on drugs, and a lot of the art that he did is coming out of him being he was on drugs. You're checking it out. He was on drugs.
I didn't know he was on drugs.
I think he overdosed. Yeah.
What the hell? You smoking heroin?
Yeah.
What the hell? You smoking heroin?
Yeah. And then someone like
you didn't see his paintings?
No, but this is the thing.
Oh no, come on, man.
No. His paintings were. But the thing is, all of that contributes to what it is, and I think a lot of people buy into the story, just like any type of branding. You buy into the story, and then you decide whether you like it or not.
So then, is that the same as Kanye then?
Yes.
There you go then. That's answered.
No, it does. That's not what it is for me, but that's fine. I didn't realize heroin did him in like that.
It did him in.
I just feel like at a certain point, regardless of your creative genius or your ability, you need to be held accountable for the things that you say and the people or the groups of people that you hurt. And while there is a lot of debate about the Jewish community and Israel and Gaza and the the boundaries and borderlines of anti-Semitism. I know it's always coming up in debate. You can't go at someone and say you're a Nazi and have an album cover that is taunting a whole community. Like, this is kind of not all right, regardless of what everyone wants to say.
Oh no,
he's very much crossed the line here.
When you take it as an individual situation, then yes, 100% he's crossed the line.
But if you view it from an ironic standpoint,
I'm not viewing it from any standpoint. Before someone comes at me and says I'm being anti-Semitic, I'm not viewing it from any standpoint.
Anyway, let's move on.
I'm just saying it's wrong what he's doing for sure. All right, that's it.
But we'll see you next week.
That's it.
So, anyway, next thing on the list, and I am excited for this. You might even see me there for the first time in my life.
Really?
You might actually see me there for the first time in my life.
Wow.
You're gonna see that old head.
Where are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be a wireless. Wireless. But I'm only gonna be on the day that my son gonna be there.
Okay, can I just say this is probably Wireless best lineup
ever.
Not too much.
Ever.
No,
you
not
not
ever.
You were not there for the Drake fireworks.
You weren't there for Drake.
You were not there for the Drake fireworks.
Okay,
you weren't there for Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake.
Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake.
You were not there, sir.
Future.
You were not there.
Listen. What is mad is that you guys have spoken about these people being their headline, which is fine. Yeah, Drake, Future, Jay-Z, and Timberlake. Okay, all right. Now, say the lineup.
All right.
Say the lineup. It is not just one headline.
Of course.
Say the damn lineup.
All right. So
has there been a lineup like this in your life?
Yeah.
No.
For now,
No.
let's acknowledge the lineup.
Let's acknowledge the lineup. Is that all right? Can I do
Talk
that?
it.
For one day only, because the rest is nothing.
Talk it.
I'm doing all 3 days.
No, don't do that.
No, sorry guys,
Okay,
come
go,
on.
feel free, go.
So
You're wasting my time.
Starting off with Friday, yeah. I don't even know why she's here. I think she might get removed. Nicki Minaj is the headline for the Friday. Pink Friday, kind of feels kind of right. Ice Spice, Sean Paul, Vanessa Bling, V's, Rags Original, and special guest Future. Yes, V's is there.
I'm not gonna lie. No. Babyface Ray's guy. It's shit.
Okay, there are more guests to be announced on that day. On the Saturday,
That Friday is a pack of ass.
Hey, Future.
I don't think it's that bad, but that's fine. Anyway, moving on.
Come on.
To the Saturday.
Talk your talk.
Headliners include
All right.
21 Savage
Yep.
21.
and Jay Haas. Other artists include Ashake,
Yes.
Mr. Money with the vibes.
Gunna.
Oh.
That's all y'all need to hear.
Okay.
I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want to hear nothing else. I want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing from anybody. Let me just say something.
It's not over.
Now. Who else are we seeing?
We got Sexy Red.
Yep.
Come on, what happened? Go do the rest.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the whole Sexy Red.
So what we're going to do, shaking ass in the club.
Yeah, you like my voice?
No.
It's her you want.
Come on. You know I'm getting a drink at that time.
Skilly Bang.
Yeah,
Bang,
man.
come on.
Gonna be flying across the floor.
They call me Shelly Poppy.
Oh, you know. I'm gonna be there.
I'm just saying, I am going to be there.
Okay.
I might have to wear some wellies or something.
Wireless, do not make it a premium ticket on Saturday because I will elbow you.
Yeah,
Nah, they would never. And then finally we have the G Unit cosplayer himself, Strands.
I'm here for it.
It's a
on
good
the
day.
Saturday.
I'm here for it.
Can I tell you who's on the Sunday?
No.
Come on, man. On the Sunday,
Oh,
headlining, we have Doja Cat.
Who is Uncle Waffles?
We also have Rema. You do know who that is.
Absolute.
Let me read out the list.
Banger.
Rema, yeah.
He's a banger.
Tyler, make me sweat.
Saturday, Sunday be good.
Is that the only song she's gonna sing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uncle Waffles. The thing, Uncle Waffles getting away with murder, by the way.
for
I'll come back to that another time. You know who she is? The DJ and dancer babe.
She dances behind the decks.
Oh, and then she was like,
Yeah, her.
get out of my face. Oh, she's
And
Uncle
then we have,
Waffles.
she is.
She is Uncle Waffles.
Yeah,
Uncle
she is,
Waffles
she
is
is.
a woman, yeah.
Very
She
ironic, right?
is Uncle Waffles.
It's very ironic.
What the
but it's
fuck is
amazing.
going on?
A great name.
Okay.
No. Great name.
Great name.
But she is Uncle Waffles.
Then we have, is it Ruga? Is that how I pronounce it? Ruga.
That's good, yeah.
I'm a fucking baller.
I don't care.
Okay,
don't sing it to me.
Yeah,
I like
And
Shelly
finally,
Popeye.
we have a teaser touchdown.
Oh,
I don't
It's It
on
will
those
go
speakers.
up. It's gonna be great.
But the thing is, yeah. So wait, this is what. Let me ask you a question.
These all touched that.
But no. So, let me tell you what he that person's gonna do.
What's he gonna do?
He's gonna do what Rich Homie Kwan keeps doing.
When they sing a DJ.
Go straight to his voice. That's what he's gonna do. Because the reason why he can't even act as if he's affiliated with someone that's in jail. Look at that, man. The guy that's in jail doesn't even like him anymore. He still sing the songs.
I will be there for Saturday. I'll be there for Sunday. Someone gets me a ticket. But Friday, I'm at work.
Saturday, I'm there.
Do you know what? Yeah, I will be there. I will be in attendance. Yeah. God willing, I will get that 3-day pass. But one thing I will say,
you're gonna get a 3-day pass.
3-day pass, so I can decide what I want to do.
Claim
Do
it.
you know what I mean?
I claim it.
So I can just go in. I can stop by CVs at 3:00. Do my bit. Anyone else? Rags Original. Have a quick look. Go home.
God
Saturday
willing.
all day. Doja Cat.
You want
on
the 3-day
Sunday,
pass?
Someone will give me a 3-day pass because I'll only be buying a Saturday
What
myself.
I will say though is because we're all big people. Because we're all big people. There's no way we can do this and not do VIP.
Oh, for sure.
I'll be so real with you. It's no.
I'm not in there with the
No.
peoples.
You've never been before.
I'm not in there with the people.
And I promise you,
it's not nice.
If you go and you're not VIP, I don't even want to be like bougie or anything like that. You won't be alright. You won't.
I'll be so real. You're too old for not being in there, and the reason why is because you can't hang with the kids.
You can't, and they know how to rumble. They're going to the front. You're in the way.
Do you see
Move on,
Ches?
man.
You see Ches? Can you hang with Ches?
Ches is too old to be going wireless, and he's 25.
He's active like them.
Yeah.
Do you see Ches? You can't hang with Ches.
Ches, are you gonna be? Ches, are you gonna be with the masses?
You know he will be.
He's in there.
Damn. All right.
But yeah, I'm very excited for this lineup still.
All right. So last thing on the list for the main news.
Can I just please?
Yes,
check the camera?
please do.
I'm quite worried. Come on, girl. Okay.
When
It's because it was charged.
Yeah, I think because it was charged for sure.
Mad.
Yeah.
Hope it's not dead. All right.
So next thing on the list, it's, you know what? You get caught for what you get caught for.
Scraps will be back part 45.
boy, that's when he's coming out. Anyway, so Scraps, unfortunately, because he did sing his song, that was basically saying I'm not guilty. It looks like you are.
Yeah, he's gone down for 4.5 years for perverting the course of justice.
4.5 years. That ain't a small bird, and you know that ain't your first strike.
I believe he'll have to do the full time.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he's a bit of a naughty boy.
He's gonna come out bolo.
It's really unfortunate, man. I really hate it when a musician who has dabbled in something he shouldn't have dabbled in makes it out, does the music, does it well,
and
is very talented, and finds themselves back inside.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, this is for a situation that happened a while ago, I'm assuming. It wasn't it? That situation?
Yeah. I think
it happened a while ago.
I think it was during lockdown it happened.
Oh, Lord. Not that long ago. Anyway, it happened some time ago. I hate that for him, especially because, you know, he was doing well with the features.
Yeah, Scraps is a great artist, man.
He's so good at what he does. His voice is so great, man.
Yeah,
he
boom.
just
Yeah, the thing about
yourself back.
The thing about Scraps is if I like Nines, like him and Nines coming out of Northwest London, yeah, they were like huge like pillars for that area. And the thing about Scraps is, me personally, if I'm to say who I prefer out of Nines and Scraps, I will always prefer Scraps. Like Scraps is like, he's rugged, the raps, everything is cold, and it's so sad to see someone like that is so cold at what he does, and he does it so effortlessly.
Yeah.
Is now in jail.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I don't like about the eyes, but also I understand that a lot of I can't say character because it's who he is, but a lot of the music is influenced by the lifestyle that they live. And if they're not living in that lifestyle, unless they are now like multi-millionaires and very successful, and then they now do like what Pusha T's doing, what he's trying to do now, or let's say something like a Jay-Z.
Yeah. If
you're not in that situation, you're not going to do it, so you need something to kind of refer back to.
Yeah. That's true.
I get it.
Well,
yeah, it's unfortunate.
Seen in 4.5 years.
Oh boy, someone else that's chilling with him is Fredo.
In a different country.
In a different continent.
Yeah, man.
He's not doing okay.
Yeah,
I hope
you
it's
don't
not
want
true.
to. You don't want to be in jail in Dubai, man.
God.
You don't want to be in jail in Dubai.
Yeah, so Fredo's in for 5 years as a result of
alleged.
allegedly, because of weed possession in Dubai. And I think a lot of people, it brought up a lot of debates online where people were basically saying like Dubai need to change their way of doing things.
No.
Like they need to change the rules that they have. If weed is being legalized in certain areas, like why?
No.
Why? How can someone do 5 years as a result of that?
The thing about Dubai, yeah, is Dubai and that whole Emirati area. The lovely thing I love about these people is that they are on smoke.
Yeah.
Like their traditions, their lifestyle is based on discipline and based on being clean-hearted, and even that country being clean as well.
Yep.
So why should I do something that's not in line with my culture? And the thing is, they are a Muslim country.
Nation, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, and nation. So why am I going to allow something that doesn't align with our culture?
You said it correctly, to be honest. You guys are fighting the wrong argument here.
Yeah,
100%.
You're not going to
100%.
change.
You need to be fighting yourself.
You're not going to change that. So
Yeah.
just
I wouldn't even
just
want
don't
you.
do it. Like,
Don't even change.
Why do
Like,
you
what
need to
the
go to a country that has specifically banned something and then go and do something that's illegal when you know the consequences are crazy?
100%.
Like, you brought it upon yourself. Are you that much of? Do you need it that bad? If not, get help.
It's like
You know what I mean?
It's like what's his name? Burna Boy. Burna Boy said he would never go to Dubai because he can't smoke weed.
That's an addiction.
business.
What the heck?
It's
That's
an
an
addiction.
addiction.
but
When they're paying them 5 million,
That's an addiction.
That's a guy that knows what he can handle, and he's not going to
100%.
go there and do something stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of mad that you're
It's
saying
not mad.
that 5 million for just because you don't want to smoke weed.
That's not.
Yeah,
that's you.
that's
though.
his problem.
That's
He's
you,
got
you
a
get what I mean?
serious
That's his
addiction.
problem. Like that's you feel like it's wrong. He knows that he has an addiction. He knows that he has an issue, and he can't get over it. Whether you might think whether he accepts it as an issue or not, but he knows what he can handle, and he's not going to go and like test it.
Boy.
This guy was stupid.
Yeah,
And you
facts.
tested it, and now you're in jail.
Boy,
Serve your time.
They should put some dreadlocks on my head. I was saying, yeah,
I'll take
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You want to stand up? I'll take
You know
it.
what I'm saying? And it has to be pitch black so they don't know who's doing it. Yeah. I'll come walk out that 5 mil. You
Absolutely.
You
Don't
changed my life.
Last.
Big seven.
Talking those Timberland bits.
Oh my goodness. Oh my days.
Oh, man.
But yeah, next thing on the list is, and I'm actually quite excited for this, Usher is releasing, what the heck? Usher is releasing his new album, Coming Home. I am quite excited for this because Usher's been on an interesting trajectory.
He's been on a nice run, man.
Oh, nice run. He's still on that run.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
guy
it's a
is
nice run.
running. What the heck? So now he's releasing a new album called Coming Home. I feel like you could have probably done a better name because every time when I'm hearing this, is Daddy's coming home.
And that's
it's time to play.
It's one of his best songs.
Goodness sake, did you have to call the whole album Coming Home?
Well, what the thing that's
Coming home where?
the thing that perturbs me is his homecoming. That's what he's trying to say. Like, I'm back, bitches. Yeah.
Did you hear his new song?
What new song?
Which one?
With is it Feels or Fairs?
Feels. Is it out yet?
Oh, it's out.
Is it good?
It's good.
Really?
Okay.
The only thing I don't like about Usher right now is the new piercing that he's got in his ear.
So, what, the one in there?
Yeah,
I love it. With a big diamond.
That's
It's a big
disgusting.
Because I'm a
diamond.
magpie.
He's got small ears too.
No, he's got huge ears. Usher's got massive ears.
Small ears.
I don't know. I haven't
Massive,
really.
and the piercing is here, Toby.
It's something of a mole. Can I read out the track list?
Yeah, go on.
Or maybe just like we'll focus on the features. The first song is called "Coming Home" with Burna Boy.
Big 7.
Continue.
Why do they keep bothering Burna Boy where he's at?
No, but
Diddy brought him to America
They said they're
supposedly.
coming
so
home,
now,
coming home.
now
But the thing is,
everyone
it
wants
might
to
work.
see
They're
Diddy.
coming home.
It might work.
That's what we're getting.
No, but you never know. Sorry. No. The thing is, do you know what? I don't want to underestimate it because Burna Boy is one of those people, yeah, you never know what you're getting. And then sometimes you might just be like, okay.
When was the last? What was the last Burna Boy feature that you guys enjoyed?
The one with
As
that
in-
guy.
As
From
he featured on
Jamaica.
it.
What's that guy?
Byron. Yeah.
That was cold.
Fair.
That was cold.
It was.
For me, it would either be, Sungba, maybe.
No, he brought out a song with.
But you need to also understand when he's a feature artist, he kind of does very well.
Really? Did you like the 21 Savage song that he did when he was a feature there?
I didn't even know he was on the album.
There you go. There you go.
I didn't even know he was
It's
on the
something
album.
about when he gets in the room with these American people, yeah? That's when you'll be hearing Lars. And I don't want it, man.
Why did you say it with Irish
Lars,
voice?
oh, you should ask him.
Oh, wow.
Okay, anyway, let's move on with the track list. So we got
Go on.
Good with Summer Walker and 21 Savage. That would be nice. Little Atlanta trifecta. She from Atlanta? I don't think so. A-Town Girl with Lado. Cold Blooded with The Dream. Here for it. We've got one of the songs that was actually from the film Colour Purple with her.
Some bad times too.
Let's move on. No, Colour Purple. That's not the sound you're going to get from the album. We've got Ruin with Feels, and then all the other ones are all solo dolo, and then his final song is Standing Next to You with Jungkook, who I believe is the guy from BTS, or am I bugging?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. He's from BTS.
Are they all
nice.
still serving in Korea?
Has he started yet?
There's like 18 of them in the group.
There's
Yeah,
bare
they
them, man.
were serving in Korea.
They were forced to serve, yeah.
They were forced to serve.
Yeah, man.
In South Korea, like by default, once you hit a certain age, you need to do time in the army.
It's like what they do in Nigeria. Where you have to serve.
Oh, okay, really? Yeah.
Okay, all right then. Well, that's it for the album.
right,
I'm not
next
very
thing-
excited, but that's fine.
You never know. It might. Anyway.
I didn't want an album. He was like, everyone was asking for it, but this isn't what we were waiting for. We wanted a tour.
Just a little side note. I also heard that Blade Brown's album's coming out soon.
Very, very, very
his
excited
first
for that.
album. Everything else has been a mixtape. The first album. That album's gonna be cold.
I hope it will be
I
cold
hope so
because
too,
you
yeah.
know when mixtapes when they find themselves having to do debut album.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I hope.
Blade Brown.
I'm hopeful.
He's never.
And he will go #1 as well. I know he will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's got, what's that guy's name? What's that drill producer?
M1 Can't Tell.
Can't Tell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a
It's
good
a
one.
treat. Blade
Yeah.
Brown and Can't Tell. You can never go wrong.
Can't Tell's album's coming out soon as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm still
it's
excited.
an interesting time. When it's them two, it's an interesting time.
Let's I'm looking forward to it. I want to hear the music.
yeah.
I want to hear the music.
Okay.
All right. So next thing on the list is Nicki Minaj, Bigfoot. What the heck?
I will happily explain.
Feel free
the heck?
to. Yeah, feel free to.
So, for those who haven't been living under a rock for the past couple of weeks, Nicki Minaj
Stoic.
and Megan Thee Stallion have been going head to head, if you will. I don't know, online.
Did
They've
she
been
call it Bigfoot because you got shot in the foot?
Yeah.
Red card!
So-
Red card! Red card suspension!
There's been a lot of back and forth, and so Nicki Minaj was talking about Megan Thee Stallion online, and like, you know, small digs like she does, like the bitter old woman she is. And then Megan was like, "Do you know what? I'm gonna let you guys have this one," and then she released Hiss. And Hiss had a couple of bars
Jabs.
that were, a couple of jabs for Nicki Minaj, for Drake. Everyone could
Tory
get it. Her
Lanez?
ex, yeah. I don't even think he was mentioned, really. I think, like, you're in jail. Do you know what I mean?
How's he doing? That toupee gone?
Boy, he's not doing well. So he was like, she was talking about how she was cussing Drake and saying, like, you know, they're talking about my body, and like he's got the same BBL scars as other bitches, because Drake definitely did lipo. I don't care what anyone says, like he 100% did lipo. He's got a BBL belly button, but we'll come back to that another day. Anyway, so he got a little something. His her ex party. He got a little something. Everyone got a little
not
something.
party now.
Party, yeah, 100%, man. He's doing too much. But yeah, she was just like, I'll let you have this 24 hours. Hold this song. I don't want to hear nothing else about nothing else. But the thing that upset Nicki Minaj so much, I'm trying to get the right lyric.
Did she talk
but
about her
basically,
husband?
Pretty much. You have
She
to.
was so
that
basically
gun
she-
bucket.
You have to, man.
Predator.
You have to.
So she basically said, like, you're not mad at me, you're mad at Megan's Law, and you're not mad at Megan, you're mad at Megan's Law. Megan's Law is basically it was a bill that was passed, and it was created to basically inform. It was a law that was created, which means that you have to inform. No. It was a law that was created that means that everyone in your neighborhood can know who, like, what sex offenders live in the area.
Yeah, okay.
Like, it has to be public knowledge.
And
Yeah,
who put that law in place?
It was as a result of this little girl called Megan, who was trigger warning, who was sexually assaulted and murdered by her neighbor because they did not know that he was a sexual predator.
Okay.
So now if there is a sexual predator living in your area, you have to be notified about it.
Yeah.
And obviously Nicki Minaj's husband is on the sex offenders register. Thank you, register. So obviously that line was for him.
That house
to say you're not mad at me, you're mad at the fact that, like, your husband had to declare himself wherever he goes.
It's called Megan's Law.
Yeah.
It was a nice little
That's
thing.
how these things work. Coincidence. Boom.
Anyway, so that was the line, and it got basically Nicki went on like a 2-day rant online, like started like a mad thing. She was on live shouting,
It's not
shouting the
first.
whole
It's not the
thing, and then she brought out Bigfoot. The song is really shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's really not good. I and you know me, I
How
like
can
a bit
you
of
go
rubbish.
from Anaconda to where you are right now?
This is what I'm saying. I mean, Anaconda wouldn't have been my song of choice, but pause. But
Damn.
it hasn't come back.
Top drops.
You know, and Anaconda's quite long.
Yeah. So
Top drops denied.
I'm sorry, it's denied.
That's absolutely
Well, how can you not
denied.
No, because before you even left your lips, you should have known that wasn't okay.
No. What I'm trying to say is that the pause was that bad because what Anaconda is.
Okay.
That's crazy, right?
That's
So-
disgusting.
So here we go. Where are the lyrics? Yuck. Here we go. This little begging whore talking about Megan's Law. For a free beat, you could hit Megan Raw because she was saying that she fucked his producer. Here are the main takeaways from Nicki Minaj's thing. Megan Thee Stallion likes to drink. She's got a big foot and she got shot in the foot, and she's lied on her dead mom. And that was another thing that was like a big thing. And then as a result, a bunch of things happened. Okay, let me get the Bigfoot line. Bad bitch, she like 6 foot. I call her Bigfoot. The bitch fell off. I said, get up on your good foot. Because she was shot and she has a bad foot.
Nikki goes.
And that's how
down.
and that's how she would have said it as well.
I said it exactly how she sang it.
Can we go on to the next thing on the list, please?
So that's what's happening. Basically, I just think it's kind of like, it's very messy, and I think Nicki Minaj she's really, really messed up her own legacy as a result of just being a little bitter.
Yeah, she could have been
Bambino.
legendary.
If you've had your ear to the streets, you may have heard that TikTok and Universal Music are having a little bit of a love's tiff. Okay, they're not doing okay at the moment. They have a contract which was due to be renegotiated, and basically what it means is that the Universal Music and the songs under this label and the artists under this label, their music will no longer be available on the TikTok app to use as music or to be used for content in general. That is basically the cocoa of the gist.
Some of you may know because your videos on TikTok no longer have music on it.
Yeah, just videos.
I learned the hard way.
Really?
And I feel like 8 of my videos were just quiet. I said,
It's
Lord
not
have
nice.
mercy.
I need to even check mine.
Yeah, better do because
Yeah.
they got videos with no sound on them.
But you know,
Drake's gone
is
completely.
wiped. So the artists include Taylor Swift, Harry Styles, Adele, Drake, quite a few. They immediately gone. They gone. So what Universal have had to say about it, they had a very dramatic statement, if you will, and they said, an open letter to the artist and songwriter community. They said that TikTok proposed paying our artists and songwriters at a rate that is a fraction of the rate that similarly situated major social platforms pay. Today, as an indication of how little TikTok compensates artists and songwriters, despite its massive and growing user base, rapidly rising advertising revenue, and increasing reliance on music-based content, TikTok accounts for only about 1% of our total revenue.
Yeah.
So ultimately, TikTok is trying to build a music-based business without paying fair value for the music. And then the open letter also said that TikTok allows the platform to be flooded with AI-generated recordings and also develops tools to enable, promote, and encourage AI music creation on the platform itself. So they've accused TikTok of demanding contractual right, which would allow its content to massively dilute the royalty pool for human artists, and in a move that is nothing short of sponsoring artist replacement by AI. So
there's a lot to unpack there.
yeah. Immediate thoughts?
It makes sense. It does make sense. It's obviously based on going back to what I was saying to you guys earlier on, where it made sense that they would want the artist to obviously make more money from obviously everything that's going on. So as an artist is added onto a video, obviously that increases the brand for the brand awareness for the artist.
Yeah.
As it's being played as well, they're making some sort of money. For the users of the app, you guys are screwed. But for the artist, I feel like it's a very fair thing for them to do, especially when a lot of artists are under them, and the money that they're making based on the amount of artists that they have and the popularity of their artists. Of course, I'll do the same thing. It's my bread.
I call bullshit.
Go ahead, Toby.
These guys just want to make more money, man. This money ain't going to no artist.
But wait.
The money's not going to the artist.
I'm going. Okay.
Are these artists independent?
Wait.
They ain't getting none of this.
Okay, so yes and no, because obviously there's publishing deals and all these type of things.
Exactly.
So
if TikTok is giving £1 for 100k streams, the artist is getting 0.001 of that £1. They are not getting anything from that money. I can tell you that right now. UMG is not fighting for the artist; they're fighting for their own bottom line, and that's for a fact. Now, we want to talk about let them pay the artists what they should be paid. Let them pay the artists what they should be paid, but they should also pay the artists what they should be paid too. I don't want to be hearing. But
it depends on the type of contract you get with. 100%. Because not every artist is going to get paid the same amount.
These record companies have been finishing artists since the beginning of time. Okay, they don't care about the artists. And any record company that's come out to fight to say they're fighting for the artists is chatting crap. I can tell you that right now. So do I feel sorry for them? No, I don't feel sorry for them. They made a deal with TikTok in the first place. There's a bad deal, stick with your deal, because you've been doing it to people for many, many years.
But the thing is, what you're saying right now is you are saying, okay, so you're more for TikTok than you are for Universal.
100%.
But the thing is, who's being impacted more, Universal or TikTok?
So can I read out TikTok's... No, I don't want to chime in yet. I just want to read out TikTok's statement because it ties in with what you're saying, So TikTok said that it's sad and disappointing that Universal Music Group has put their own greed above the interests of their artists and songwriters. Despite Universal's false narrative and rhetoric, the fact is they have chosen to walk away from the powerful support of a platform with well over a billion users that serves as a free promotional and discovery vehicle for their talent. TikTok has been able to reach artist-first agreements with every other label and publisher. Clearly, Universal's self-serving actions are not in the best interest of artists, songwriters, and fans.
There you go.
I take that back. But at the end of the day, what's going to happen is Universal have a lot of artists underneath their roster. By them doing that, it is going to impact TikTok. It might not impact TikTok in the long term, but in the short term, it's going to impact TikTok a lot. Because the music that you want to play, so if you wanted to play a specific artist that is related to Universal, you can't play that on your thing. Which
I'm pretty
means
sure there'll be another song for you though.
Of course, well, you're gonna always say that. You're gonna always say that. But if you wanted to, okay, let's say if you wanted to, you know, there's a specific song that's perfect
for your content.
Yeah,
100%.
Like I know you can always go to another artist, but the artists that are popular and the artists that are making the type of music that you want for your specific content, they're not there anymore.
But let me tell you something about TikTok. Is TikTok driven by the song choice, or is it driven by the content that you put out and then you go
both? They both work hand in hand.
You do not make content based on a song that you want to add to the video. You record your content, you edit it, and then you go add a song to it. So even if you feel like that song that you had in your mind that you want to put on there, you can start editing, think, okay, this doesn't actually work, and you go and find another song. The thing is, I feel like where Universal Music Group is getting it wrong is where they feel like they've got TikTok by the balls. I'm telling you right now, the music is not what's controlling the direction of content. If anything, it's the people putting out the content that is promoting the music. Music are getting views because people are saying that, okay, this song works in my video, but there's always an option for another song. There isn't an option for another piece of content.
Okay, so let me say this. Now, with the way TikTok works and the way the algorithm works, is that if a song is popular and a song is going out there and a song is big, that also boosts your content and it makes sure that your content is diversified throughout TikTok.
But what makes it wasn't because of the song. All these TikTok dances.
Alright, so Ghana.
All these TikTok dances that people are doing are dances that people have made up. Yes, the song helped because the song came out and someone said, let me do a dance for this and put it on TikTok.
Fair.
But really and truly, people are copying the dances. The music is just part of it. You get what I mean?
I disagree, you know.
I think it works.
I think it's an egg and chicken situation because I feel like the content comes before the music, personally.
The thing is, I'm not even saying that one comes before the other. I said they both go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So one without the other, yes, you can have great. It's like a lot of things. Yes, you can be super talented, but if you don't have this, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You can't say, oh, that the content. Yes, the content does come first. The creativity about the content does come first. But if there was no music aligned with the content, it's just content. And I think the music is a big thing, and you can't just take it away and say, oh, TikTok, Universal think that they have TikTok by the balls. I get what you're saying, because TikTok is a massive platform.
Yeah.
But we also need to understand that when TikTok, at the very start, when TikTok came out, a big USP for TikTok was the music.
100%.
And the music they was able to connect. Now, yes, there's a whole bunch of different artists that are not related to Universal that you can also put on your TikTok and stuff. But are they yes, there's going to be some artists that are obviously doing quite well, but we need to also understand the amount of artists that are on Universal that they've removed. People like Drake, people like Taylor Swift, that are huge artists, that are popular artists, that are basically the spearheads of this whole generation that we're in. Mate, once you've taken them out of the way, what, you're going to go to Shally Poppy?
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry.
Yeah, of course you're going to go to Shally Poppy, but Shally Poppy doesn't have the diversity that Drake has.
Until you go on TikTok and see one of his songs that has 400,000.
But then how much does Drake have?
I don't know.
So how I feel about this whole situation, yeah, is I feel like Universal is trying to make a point.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I feel like they're trying to make a point, and I think for ages now, for years, artists have been complaining that they're not getting paid enough through streaming platforms. And I think that TikTok was a vehicle that I don't even think anybody realized at the beginning how powerful and how strong it would be in its ability to benefit artists for songs going viral, and like what it will do for people. Money Long is a really good example. All of the songs that she's made,
TikTok viral songs,
Twin, where have you been? That one, yours, mine, ours.
That's the same artist.
It's the same artist.
Wow.
And there's one more as well that is like really, really big that
and
she did.
Money Long.
Money Long, yeah. MUNI.
Do you know what's so mad is that TikTok has now become its own marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Which is, and this is what I'm saying.
I wish I had a time machine. That's
really?
Well. Yeah.
Now,
She's huge.
Going back to what you were saying,
Whoa.
that's why I said you cannot take away the fact that TikTok has what TikTok has.
Yeah.
But it goes back to what I was saying, that yes, TikTok is a marketing strategy, but with the music, with it going in parallel, that's what makes TikTok big. If music wasn't part of TikTok, you wouldn't use TikTok as a marketing strategy.
Yep, 100%, I agree. So, what do you think, just give me one, what do you think the biggest impact of this will be? Like a big label like Universal removing their artists or removing their songs from TikTok. What do you think the biggest impact on TikTok?
I think TikTok are going, just like any brand or any business, they're going to step back, re-strategize, and see how they can obviously get through this. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, now that they've taken away the music, now it's going to force TikTok, okay, so what other opportunities can we now create out of this?
Do you think they'll still go down the music route? Because obviously it's only Universal technically. I can't say that like they're not a mammoth in themselves, but like
mammoth isn't even the word. It's crazy. But I feel like they will, with the artists that Universal have, which are some of the best artists in the world. Yeah, they will need to find a way to come to an agreement.
That's what I think, but
they will need to come. They will need to find an agreement, because if they take that away, like Toby said, there are other artists on the platform. Yeah, but we need to also understand that even though there are a lot of artists on the platform, it's like you going on your Spotify and then you stumbling on an artist that you haven't listened to before. That's how it's going to be, and then you're going to now force people to find other artists, and finding other artists as it is, just even being on Spotify, me finding new artists, it's too hard, and that will now stray people away from the app.
That's why I think. I feel like there might be a minor drop in usage of the app, because it might just be too stressful. The people that can't be bothered to sit there and look for another song and stuff like that will probably be like, was there really a point of using this app anymore? Yeah. But I think in the long term, I think TikTok is too powerful for that to be something that will have a long term impact. I think it will just pop back up. I feel like ultimately there might be a few drops in some viral videos because some songs can't be used on there, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But I really do not feel like we should underestimate the way creators can create, because they'll just think of something else to do.
100%.
And they'll just put it out and use what they can use. I mean, this is a very, very small example, but we go back to the Travis Scott song with Justin Bieber that wasn't on Apple Music for God knows how long.
Yeah, Maria, I'm drunk.
We all listened to another song, and when it came back
100%.
out, it was like, okay, cool, it's on there. Great.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? I feel like, if anything, it's a missed opportunity for the artist. And this is why Universal Music Group will have to come to some sort of decision, because it will be the artist that will ultimately be affected.
Be suffered.
Because their
Suffering.
music is not getting the free promotion that it can get from TikTok. For example, Money Long.
Money.
Yeah.
Money.
Money long. Yeah.
If she was part of Universal Music Group, I'm not too sure.
She's under Def Jam, which is a subsidiary of
There you
Universal.
go. And the only reason why I know any of her songs is because of viral TikToks.
Yeah.
So,
It's unfortunate.
you know.
I think the biggest change is that, and you touched on it, Toby, I think it's gonna reintroduce pirate music and like leaks and bring about that sort of stuff. So like, if you're on TikTok, a lot of the music is, I mean, granted, you're gonna hear Drake there and whatever, but a lot of it is remixed, chopped and screwed, sped up.
It's not the same.
It's remixes. It's stuff that most of the time you can't find on Spotify, and there has been a bit of a lag and a disconnect between the songs that feature on TikTok and like Spotify. They're generally not available on streaming services anyway. So I think it's gonna bring back SoundCloud.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
I do think it's going to bring back some sort of resurgence where we're forced to look outside of like the traditional, here's a new song that comes out.
Yeah.
And whether that's through SoundCloud or just like pirate streaming in general, I think it will be that. Or I think people just, download how they used to and then just put it on the video before they upload it, which is a real shame. But I think that would be the biggest change. But it's good though, because one, it will give artists who don't really have much of a look in a proper chance, because if the music is faceless and we don't care who the artist is, we just like the vibe, we'll be open to that sound.
But if you do that now, what does that... So the only issues I see with that in regards to you creating the content, then obviously adding the music to the video before you upload it, is that similar to YouTube, if you don't have rights to that music, it's just take it down. But then this is now where TikTok now gets impacted, because if your videos, you now follow that method to uploading your videos, and every single time it gets taken down, eventually you're gonna get to a point and say, forget TikTok.
Yeah, that, or again, like, it will just bring in more remix versions, more modified versions.
I mean,
but most of the songs that you hear, most of the songs that you hear on socials right now is a blend. They're putting Ashake on Destiny Child. Yeah, like always giving us some stupid remix, one or the other.
It's the same thing with YouTube though. A lot of the YouTubers that have music in the background, you can't use the actual songs. It's just literally just a acoustic version or a sped up version. Like
royalty free stuff.
It will serve its duty when it comes to it. Let me tell you that now.
But you know what as well, and I don't know if this goes hand in hand. Like, I don't know if this was intentional, obviously, but TikTok have started introducing, there's this new campaign that they're doing where they're promoting videos that are 1 minute or longer. So it's encouraging a lot of content creators to do more talking. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but like a lot of the content creators that I follow on TikTok are posting like 4 or 5 minute videos of them chatting off. And it had me thinking when this article came out, like maybe TikTok are trying to reposition themselves
to long form.
Yeah, to long form, or just even putting themselves in a situation where they don't have to depend on music. So one of the questions that I had was, do you think that TikTok is going to become less music based as a result of this, or do you feel like they won't?
That's a very hard one to answer, because if I don't know what their strategy is, then I can't even really determine that. That's based on their strategy. But if I'm looking at it from what you're saying, if they wanted to go long form, then obviously that makes sense for them to do. But I think if there is still a huge, like, okay, for someone that is going to do long form, there needs to be an influencer or someone that is good at talking or likes to talk. Now, not everybody's great at talking. Not everybody likes to talk. So there's also still a market for people that don't necessarily like to talk, but they want to show their personality, whether it be through styles or for whatever it is. In those type of situations, yes, music is 100% needed. I think people that do long form and do the talking is it's a niche market, which is growing, but not everyone's ready to talk. Not everybody is an extrovert and is willing to talk. It might push people to do that a lot more, but there's people that might not want to do that.
But it's also at the same time, TikTok right now is a music-based platform. Niggas be dancing all the time. I'm not a dancer. A lot of people don't like to dance.
Yeah, but that's where you've now got your videos where you talk and you've got music that's on it. So if you're gonna now do your long form, okay, for example, someone that's getting into like the music side of things, journalism, all that type of, when it comes to music, you need to add music onto your videos.
Yeah,
you can't just sit there just talking for no reason. Not for no reason, but you can't just sit there not talking without being able to add the snippet from a song or show the music that you're trying to talk about to give people a bit more context. If you can't do that, then what's the point? Are you just gonna sit there just talking about, yeah, man, yeah, this artist Drake, yeah, he did a great song, yeah, and there's just air at the back. That's dead. That's dead. But one thing I do want to talk about is the disruption it is going to have on the artist, because the thing about TikTok is TikTok was a great way to spread awareness of an artist or a new artist that's coming into the fold. And it's a quick way for them to explode and for them to obviously grow their brand as an artist, and they end up getting into pockets that they've never got into because the TikTok algorithm isn't like Instagram. It's still quite new and it's still open to like bringing new people onto your feed without you actually knowing. Now, if they're now taking away that from an artist, how does an artist now grow in this new environment? If Universal's now removing their artists, obviously there's well-established artists like Drake and whatever her name is, and they're fine, Taylor Swift, but artists that are now growing or just joined the label, TikTok was a great way to spread the awareness of artists. Now that you've removed that, what does your strategy look like for an artist now? Because there's not much organic
I'll be real, if that was a strategy coming in, boy, you need to go.
Oh, you're pissed! The A&Rs are screaming!
You need to go revisit
they are screaming! Oh my goodness!
I feel like ultimately, it's really just down to the artist and the label to pivot at that point. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Until a decision's been made, I really do feel like it will be the record labels that will get the worst of it, if I'm honest. I do not see a load of people leaving TikTok because they can no longer put certain songs on their videos. I really just don't see it that way, and I don't see how the record label feels like that's the way it looks. I mean, yes, you're not going to have these artists on there. Yes, the viral songs might not be there, but my guy, we will find another song.
I know, it's true.
There's always something else. There is always something else. So really and truly, I really just feel like Universal Music Group, because all your other age mates that are out there in the industry are not doing what you're doing. And they're gonna understand. They will just get your views. They'll get your views. Their artists will just get bigger. Obviously, you can't really get bigger than Taylor Swift and Drake. But outside of those people, like, you're just killing off your artists, if I'm honest. And
another thing that I even thought about as you was talking is that what that now means for Universal is that you now need to spend a lot more money on your marketing.
Which they have not been doing for a while.
Because TikTok was there. Obviously, I'm not saying that TikTok is the only marketing scheme that they have. But it was a very effective way to increase the brand awareness of an artist. Organically. Without having to do too much. Now, with that not being there, you now have to do double the work. You actually have to go out there and spread the word and preach.
My question, do you guys feel like TikTok has a foot to stand on? Because I feel like Universal Music Group was basically coming out to say that they were not getting the deals that they with TikTok that they were getting with other streaming or other platforms like Instagram and all kind of places. So does TikTok have a foot to stand on and say we're not going to give you that deal specifically because we have more of a reason to have a cheaper deal with you because of the amount of exposure we give you?
For sure.
So TikTok is bigger than Instagram.
Is it?
At this moment in time, I think can you check how many users are on Instagram than TikTok and Facebook, please? But actually more Instagram.
I think Instagram has 2 billion and I think TikTok has 1 billion.
1 billion.
But the difference between the two of them is that Instagram Reels don't do nearly as well as TikTok videos.
So in a way, I will say that TikTok right now, based on their app and based off the use of the app, is more effective in this day and age. Like Kesi said, when it comes to Reels only came because of TikTok. So at the end of the day, when you've got a platform that supports whatever you're trying to do on the side, your agenda for your artist, whenever, TikTok has a foot to stand on. Because it is needed.
100%.
It is needed. It is a marketing strategy now. It's not like Instagram. Back in the days, Instagram was a marketing strategy. Not saying that it isn't anymore, but it's not as powerful as TikTok. And obviously Instagram is a different marketing strategy when it comes to a different side of business or a different industry. When it comes to music, and you're talking about music, TikTok is the app. So every app has its own strength and comes in where it needs to come in.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say that every app has their specific strength. But I feel like what it looks like is Universal saw that artists stand to gain more on TikTok, and thanks to TikTok, and they didn't know what to do with themselves, and they threw their toys out the pram. This is what this is giving to me. I personally feel like, in terms of the impact that because you asked a question earlier about what sort of impact it will have on the artists, and I feel like I feel two ways about it. My most major way that I feel about it is that it's coming from a place of greed from Universal's perspective, is that there is more of a piece of the pie that they feel like they are owed. And if they're saying that what TikTok brings them is 1%, then why couldn't you just let them have that one little thing that they had? Because artists are gaining more than what you're giving them, and they don't like it. So I don't rate that part. However, the one thing that I will say is that I kind of feel like this will encourage the quality of music that signed artists will give us. Because if it's a situation where artists that are under Universal right now, they can't just churn out like music that they think is going to go viral because it's not going to land on TikTok. I feel like right now there was and I hate to do this to Ice Spice, but like Ice Spice isn't that good of an artist. No. And she got way further in her career because of TikTok. Yeah, 100%. And because of the amount of, like, is it virality?
I don't know what that word is.
No, like virality is in viral.
Oh, I thought you meant
I think it's virality.
Music is vulgar because it is vulgar.
Well, yes, but in terms of how viral she went, it was thanks to TikTok.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of artists that I feel like have become way more successful than they needed to be because of the sensation that they got on TikTok. So maybe now what this will do in some way is it will force artists to actually make quality music because you can't lean on TikTok to boost you up. Like, you've actually got to do good work. Again, this is only for the signed artists. What this massively does for those that are independent is it means they don't, like, in terms of what they want to do and in terms of the music that they make, it will now just encourage. It doesn't really change anything. It obviously gives them more of a chance to come through because they don't have the competition of dealing with Drake and Taylor Swift. But then also at the same time, it's like, what's the point in being signed? And as an independent artist, would they want to be signed if it means that they are limited like, in some way?
That's actually mad. That now, because you're an affiliate of Universal, even though you are a sub brand within Universal, you're affected. So for example, let's say whatever artist it is,
I feel like Potter Paper would be affected. No, he's Def Jam. He's 27 Def Jam.
Yeah, so let's say someone like Potter Paper, that he depends, even though I know he probably doesn't depend on TikTok,
of course,
but depends on TikTok. And from nowhere, your management has just stripped you from an app that was a huge selling point for you.
I feel like if TikTok and UMG never come to an agreement and they just completely ban artists from having their songs on that platform, it will hurt the artists more than anything.
Oh, 100%.
It
will really hurt the artists. And I feel like Kesi's completely right. I feel like it could be the end of chewing gum music, and it will reveal a bunch of artists which have had overly inflated careers because of social media platforms. And the fact that they brought out music specifically for social media platforms and viral moments, it will just get rid of those people.
Can I ask you guys a question? It's me taking a sidestep from what we're talking about. Do you think TikTok can be a music platform?
Yes.
It can, like, it would have like its
Spotify or Apple Music.
Do you think it can turn into that?
No.
I don't think their goal is to stream, but I think their goal is to create content and link it closely to music. Like, sometimes when I think about YouTube, and when YouTube first started out, it was just for the purpose of like documenting like films or whatever the case may be, and then at some point they started working closely with TV shows and movies, and you could watch certain films on YouTube. Am I bugging? Was that
you
thing?
can.
You can. You can watch certain films on YouTube.
You can watch movies now on YouTube.
And so, like, that's a collaboration between YouTube and the movie industry, and you can see why that makes sense because you watch stuff and you can watch movies and stuff like that. I feel like with TikTok, because they became so big from a music standpoint, it started off with the dance routines and like all of the different elements that related so closely to music. It only makes sense that they're working in parallel with music companies and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily feel like they need to turn into a Spotify because they've got their own chart. Like you've got TikTok charts and stuff like that. Yeah, there's money to be gained from that standpoint. So artists aren't just losing like the opportunity to be discovered, they're losing bread as well by being taken off. So I don't feel like they need to change into a Spotify, but I can't see them being TikTok without music because of the way that they've aligned themselves. So I don't know, it's a tricky one.
That's a crazy one.
Okay, so should we finish up?
Yeah, I think we should come to the end of it.
You have any more questions?
So I think the question, and you asked me this question, but you guys didn't answer that question. So what do you think, what are your thoughts on what's going to happen next? Do you think they're going to come to an agreement? If they didn't come to an agreement, what do you see TikTok's new strategy being, or what would you expect from them? What would you like from them? What would you want them to do moving forward if that wasn't to happen?
I don't see anything changing from TikTok's point of view. I see them continuing doing what they're doing, and I just see Universal Music Group just having to revisit their artists and try and figure out some sort of strategy to get their artists bigger. And over the years, it'll be a situation that any artist which they sign, which predominantly leaned on places like TikTok and that are not seeing the views that they used to get, will just get dropped. That's all I see really. I really do not see the side of this where Universal Music Group has an advantage over TikTok. I'll be so real with you. So ultimately, I feel like they will come to a deal, some sort of deal, and it will be mutually beneficial to some extent. But TikTok will still get what they want, and then the artists will get what they need.
I agree. I feel like they're going to come to an agreement just because there are so many subsidiaries under Universal. And there are so many artists that will be affected. I can't see them not coming to some sort of an agreement.
But like I said, with certain artists that are already established, they don't really have to worry as much.
That's the upper echelon.
100%.
And those people never depend. Those people that you've got in mind, they never depended on TikTok.
That 1%.
Like Drake didn't care.
Because they came out before TikTok. If Drake was to come out now, he would have to be heavily dependent.
It's not even that their revenue stream. It's like that 1% from TikTok is nothing to them. You know what I mean? Taylor Swift, that 1% is nothing to them. We're talking about the artists the newer artists that predominantly rely on that kind of stuff.
The Money Longs,
exactly,
the
and
Flo Millis,
the other artists which are just like they're not as big as the artists, but they do rely on the streaming card.
and also the younger artists.
That's what I was going to say, because there are, if you look at the different genres of music, there are certain genres that don't necessarily depend on TikTok.
No,
and it's more of like the pop, the drill, the newer drill music that really depend on TikTok. So not every genre is going to be impacted. Not every artist in every genre is going to be impacted. There's certain genres that do very well on TikTok, and those are the ones that are going to be impacted.
I think it's also, sorry, this is so random, but don't you feel like it's going to be a good time to be a DJ?
The mixes.
The mixes.
I can't lie, DJs are lazy though. So
they're so lazy with their stupid blends.
I'm not sure they're going to take it in.
But it will be a good time because right now, essentially, if this actually goes ahead and Universal Music take all their artists and all their songs off there, DJ, we're going to be looking for, we still want music. TikTok is still going to be a music-based platform. And we are going to need music that we can use. And then the DJs that blend different songs together, it will be their time to shine.
It will be their time to shine. But just going back to what I said before, is that if they don't have the rights to the music, it can get very sticky.
But then this is another thing as well. I think it brings up a whole heap of problems because one of the things that TikTok don't have is they don't have a framework that restricts AI generally modified songs as well. They just don't have those things in place. They don't have a framework in place to protect artists, and that was Universal's one of their excuses about like they are letting doctored music that is coming from us play and letting it run, and that that can't happen. Like we're losing out on bread, and also the artists are being affected. Blah 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 blah. Which
AI
is true.
is moving rampant. Right now.
But it's not even just AI. It's even just these stupid blends, like the mixes
like
and the
YouTube.
blends. Like it's we're back to pirate music.
Yeah,
that's actually where we are.
YouTube cut it out. YouTube
they cut that
they'll
immediately.
shut down your video if it has any
What?
You just see the red thing at the top.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's
been
like
removed.
so it's one of those ones where TikTok. I don't think TikTok has that feature yet. So
Now, what's even mad is that YouTube will even remove the music from your video. They'll say, we will strip this out, but you can still post it without it.
you can tell that they're tired of all the cases.
Quite literally.
100%.
I just saw this quote from Metro Boomin. Maybe this can be where we close it up, you reckon?
Yeah, let's
go for it.
All right, so this is Metro Boomin's quote after hearing, what UMG said. He said, I love the creativity and appreciation that the kids show for music on TikTok, but I don't like the forced pandering from artists and labels that result in these lifeless and soulless records. And I think that kind of speaks to it, kind of what I was saying about, like, we're not going to get these chewing gum artists anymore. So yeah, I think it has its own, it has its good side in that it's going to force people to change what they were currently doing, artists to change what they were currently doing, and to rethink the whole, if I make music that TikTok will like, it will go big, I'll get money.
That's
so we'll
even
lose
mad.
out that side.
So maybe we, like you said, maybe the standard of music might be elevated, and those chewing gum artists that just
they will fall by the wayside.
Only if there's no deal that's made, but they will.
Only if there's no deal.
But they probably will make a deal.
Yeah.
We'll be back with updates on that. But for now, I think that brings us to the end of today's discussion. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Let us know what you guys think in the comments as well, whether you agree, disagree, what kind of result you want, if you're even on TikTok, what the crack is. But yeah, I think that's everything. Guys, thank you so much for rocking with us. We're really sorry. I know there's been some camera issues. We appreciate you. Okay, we're working.
We're finding our feet.
Yeah, we're finding our feet. Yeah, we got some new equipment. We don't know how to deal. You can find us. Where to find us? You can find us on YouTube. Please subscribe when you get there by searching Hype and Then Some. You can listen to us on Spotify, SoundCloud, and Apple Podcasts. And you can find us on our socials. Please follow at Instagram at Hype and Then Some, and also TikTok, the same handle, Hype and Then Some. MBT, do we have any other business?
Guys, this is episode 144. We're Hype and Then Some, and we're out.
Peace.